Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. Today we got some brand new information regarding PS5 backwards compatibility with some PS4 games. We got some more specific details, and obviously we knew a little bit of general details regarding backwards compatibility with PS5 to PS4, but now we got a little bit more concrete information. Sony themselves actually posted a support page that talks about it, so we're gonna go through it together in this video. If you guys enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys new, tell your friends. We do a variety of gaming content here on the channel, gaming news like this one, let's plays, gameplays, things like that. Let me know though in the comments below, what is your favorite kind of content from me here on the channel, or do you enjoy a little bit of everything? Let me know in the comments below, and we are going to jump into this, my friends. So PS4 games playable on PS5 games. I'm gonna throw up the first section up on screen so you can see. It says the PS5 console is backwards compatible with the overwhelming majority of PS4 games. Recently they said I think it was like 99% or whatever. That means an amazing collection of thousands of PS4 games can be played on your PS5 console. So PS4 games playable on PS5 consoles. The majority includes 4,000 plus PS4 games. Select PS4 games will actually benefit from the PS5 console's game boost, which we talked about before. Was in the it was discovered in the PlayStation code. We talked about that, but now this is actual confirmation. This is official now, which may make PS4 games run with a higher or smoother frame rate. So kind of like, I guess, like the Xbox One X and how that kind of boosted frame rates for certain games. Certain PS4 games will be able to benefit from that. You'll have a higher frame rate, smoother gameplay because of that. It says, although many PS4 games are playable on PS5 consoles, some functionalities that were available on the PS4 console may not be available on PS5 consoles. In addition, some PS4 games may exhibit errors or unexpected behavior when played on PS5 consoles. Before purchasing add-ons to play with your PS4 games on PS5 consoles, please try to boot and play your PS4 games on your PS5 console to see if you are happy with the play experience. Please note, playing PSVR games on a PS5 console requires a PlayStation VR headset, a PS camera, which is sold separately from the PS5 console, and a PS camera adapter. No purchase required, it says for that. Always update your PS5 console to the latest version of the system software. So again, they are noting that some PS4 games may exhibit errors or unexpected behavior. Obviously, this is kind of new. Note backwards compatibility on PS5 with PS4 games. There may be some bugs they might have to try to iron out, and you know, with backwards compatibility, there's always a potential for bugs, but as we've seen with, you know, a lot of Xbox games, right? Xbox original 360 and, you know, Xbox One games all playing on one console with the Xbox One generation. It worked pretty well. It worked pretty smoothly, but like I said, with backwards compatibility, there's always that potential for errors. So they said, you know, just keep that in mind, obviously. But it sounds like, you know, it's not going to be, it's not going to be like, you shouldn't have any issues, is what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't encounter any issues, but you know, there is a chance. So which PS4 games are not going to be playable? This is the funny thing. The list is very short. It's like maybe 10 games that apparently is confirmed are not playable on PS5. And most of these games, I don't think any of you guys are going to really care that are not backwards compatible. If you care about any of these games, let me know in the comments below. Throw them up on the screen right now. So this is a list of all the games that are only playable on PS4. So they actually say that PS4 games that are not playable on the PS5 console will be marked with playable on PS4 only, on the PlayStation Store, that is. So these are the PS4 games: DWVR, Afro Samurai 2 Revenge of Kuma Volume 1, TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 2, Just Deal With It, Shadow Complex Remastered, Robinson The Journey, We Sing, Hitman Go Definitive Edition, Shodwen, Joe's Diner. Those are literally the only games. The only one I've heard about in that whole list is Hitman Go Definitive Edition. The other ones I have no idea. I don't think I've ever heard of them in my life. So, not a big list, honestly. That means the overwhelming majority, they really meant 99%, probably over 99, like 99.9%, it sounds like, of PS4 games are going to be playable on PS5. Those are the only games confirmed so far that will not be playable on PS5 consoles. That is really, really exciting. That is really, really good to hear. I'm really excited about that because I was kind of unsure, like, are there going to be any big titles that we're not going to be able to play on our PS5 consoles? For example, one of the things my dad was concerned about with upgrading the PS5 is all of his Call of Duty games. He's a huge Call of Duty fan. He has a collection of like pretty much every Call of Duty game that's been on this generation, as do I. And he obviously wanted to be able to play his games excuse me, on the PS5 console, right? He wanted to make sure that those games would be playable. And at the time, I wasn't really able to confirm to him if, you know, he would be able to. I was telling him, I assume that you should be able to play these games because they do say 99%. I'd be surprised if some of these big titles are not playable. But, you know, it's nice that now you can actually confirm, you know, some of the big games that even I, you know, would love to play on PS5, like all the Kingdom Hearts games. I have those all physical. I have a lot of games digital because I game share with my son. But all the Kingdom Hearts games I actually got on a physical disc, and I want to make sure I could be able to play those because those are some of my favorite games of all time. So, that's really reassuring. Again, you could encounter some bugs. Keep that in mind, like they said, but I think it's unlikely. I'm hoping it's going to be a smooth experience. I mean, the only way we're going to really find out is once we get hands-on for it with ourselves. Like they said, you know, if you're satisfied with the gameplay experience, then you can download all the DLC for your game and whatnot. So, how can you actually do this? Well, if you're playing with physical discs, I'm going to throw it up on screen. Playing with PS4 game discs on PS5 console with a disc drive. Now, this is very important. If you have the digital edition for PS5, you cannot do this, okay? So if you have a collection of physical games that you want to play on PS5, then the only thing you can either do is you're going to have to keep your PS4 or you're going to have to get the physical edition of the PS5 console. So it's simple as inserting the PS4 game disc. You may need to download an update. Select the game hub from your game's home, whatever that means, the game hub from your game's home. I don't know what that actually means because we haven't seen the UI, unless I'm not thinking straight. You will need to keep the disc inserted each time you play the game. PS4 game discs can't be used with the PS5 digital edition, which again is what I just said. Now, if you want to transfer digital games from a PS4 console to a PS5 console, very simple. So you can transfer digital games and save data as well from a PS4 console to a PS5 console using Wi-Fi data transfer. So if you are planning to get rid of your PS4 and you want to, you know, transfer your save data, maybe wait till after you get your PS5. So you can actually transfer your save data first. You can access your PS4 games on a PS5 console directly from a PS5 extended storage drive as well. So those are another way that you can do that. Or if you want to install a PS4 digital game on a PS5 console, you simply select Games Library from your Games Home. Again, I don't know what Games Home means because we haven't seen the UI. You select the game you want to play. If you haven't already downloaded the game, then you select download, and then the game will install automatically. Depending on the game, you may have the option to copy and play a portion of the game right away. So yeah, it's pretty much similar. Like on PS4, if you have, you know, games that you've already purchased but you haven't downloaded, you simply go to your library, which is on the very right section of the PS4 home menu, and then you go down to purchased, and then you can see all of your games that you own digitally right under there. So that's sounds like it's going to be similar on PS5, you know, on the PS5 console, but apparently it's called Games Home. Maybe it's not called Library. I don't know. We haven't seen the freaking UI, man. I'm still waiting. And then they actually go on to say a couple more things. So upgrade eligible PS4 games to PS5 version. I'm not going to throw this up on screen because there's no point. Basically, you may have the option to upgrade your PS4 to a PS5 version. So there are certain games that are upgradable PS4 to PS5. For example, like Call of Duty. No, yeah, Call of Duty, you have to pay a $10 you know, upgrade fee or whatever. But there's some games that are, you know, upgradable, like Marvel's Avengers, for example, right, which recently came out. That's one. So again, to be able to do that, I'll throw this part up on screen. To upgrade an eligible PS4 game on disc to a PS5 console on disc, it's basically as simple as you know, signing into your existing account on the PS5 console, inserting the eligible PS4 game disc, going to the game hub for the PS4 game, select the upgrade offer on the game hub, so there's going to be a game offer there, and review the upgrade offer. Select download or purchase with the discount price, depending, you know, on the game. Some games may charge a discounted price, like I said, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, if you don't get the bundle. To download purchase content. After the download is complete, you can play the PS5 digital game by inserting the PS4 game disc. You will need to keep the disc inserted each time you play the game. So that's kind of interesting. So if you are upgrading from a disc version, you're going to have to use the PS4 disc, but you're going to have the PS5 version downloaded. Does that make sense? A little confusing, but hopefully it makes sense. Then if you want to upgrade a digital game on a PS5 console with a disc drive or PS5 digital edition, right? So obviously digital games doesn't matter. You don't need a disc drive. Very similar process. You know, you find the PS5 game in the PlayStation Store or by search and you go to the game hub. for the PS5 game. You select the upgrade offer on the Game Hub, review the upgrade offer, download, blah, blah, blah. Same thing as the PS4, or the disc version. Excuse me. So then we have compatible controllers. We have a couple other things to talk about still. So we're still not done. So compatible controllers on PS5 consoles. The DualSense wireless controller, DualShock 4 controller is basically, they will work on PS5 consoles. Excuse me, only with PS4 games. So it's not going to work with PS5 games. You cannot use your PS4 controller with PS5 games. Only your PS4 controller with PS4 games. And yeah, anyway, specialty peripherals such as the officially licensed, racing wheels, arcade sticks, etc., will work with PS5 games and supported PS4 games. Both the PlayStation Move controller or motion controller and the PlayStation VR aim controller will work with PSVR games on PS5. For the best experience, use a DualShock 4 wireless controller when playing PS4 games and PSVR games on a PS5 console. So it doesn't say that you can't use a PS5 controller. It just says for the best experience, then obviously, use the PS4 controller because it was made for those games. PS5 games are not compatible with the DualShock 4 wireless controller, just like I said. So you can't play PS5 games with the PS4 controller, but I think you can play PS4 games with the PS5 controller. I don't know. We'll see. To adjust the strength of controller vibration, you basically go to settings, accessories, controllers, vibration, intensity. So you can do that as well. The Platinum and Gold wireless headsets, as well as third-party headsets that connect via USB port or audio jack, will work on PS5 consoles. The Headset Companion app is not compatible with the PS5 consoles, though. So that's all about, compatible controllers and accessories for the PS5 consoles. Then we got one more thing, which is PS5 backwards compatibility limitation. So I'll throw that up on screen right now as well. So the share menu cannot be displayed during PS4 gameplay on PS5 consoles. So again, the share menu cannot be displayed during PS4 gameplay on PS5 consoles. You can take screenshots and images by pressing the Create button on your DualSense wireless controller to show the Create menu, though. So additionally, you can use the button shortcuts to start and stop video recording or to save screenshots as follows. Single press the Create on the DualSense or Share button if you're on a DualShock 4 to show the Create menu. Press and hold the DualSense or Share button on the DualShock 4 to take a screenshot. Double press the Create or Share on the DualShock 4 to start and stop video recording manually. So I guess it sounds very similar how it's going to work on PS4, except instead of it being called the Share menu, it's called the Create menu or whatever. So it's not that you can't take screenshots and video in PS4 games. It's not going to show the Share menu the way it did on PS4 consoles. Does that make sense? It'll be the Create menu. It's the new sharing menu on PS5. Then the HD camera is not compatible with PS4 games. You actually have to connect a PlayStation camera via a PlayStation camera adapter. HDR is automatically switched on for PS5 consoles. So to turn that off, you go to settings, screen and video output, HDR, and select SDR if you want to turn off your HDR. The PS4 tournaments feature is not supported on PS5 consoles. In-game live from PlayStation is not supported on PS5 consoles. So I guess that whole in-game live thing is maybe going to be going away, or they're going to be renaming it, and that's why they're saying that. PS5 consoles do not support the PS4 second screen app or game companion apps. Again, PS5 consoles do not support the PS4 second screen app. They didn't say there's not going to be a PS5 second screen app. So lots of information there. We have a lot to take in. Brand new information on backwards compatibility and how to upgrade your digital editions or your PS4 games, PS5 games. Lots to take in. So let me know what you guys thought about all that in the comment section below. I'm glad that we finally got this huge chunk of information regarding all this, compatibility stuff. And it's just really, really exciting. Whenever we finally get the UI, because again, at this point, this is probably the only thing we're missing. I'll let you guys know. I'll be the first to let you guys know we're here on the channel, so keep it locked. Again, if you guys are new, we do variety gaming content, so make sure you guys subscribe. Tell your friends. Keep spreading the word if you want to help grow the community and all that. Speaking of community, we have community Discord down in the description below, as well as my other YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff you want to check out. Anyways, thanks for watching. This video has been lengthy. I will wrap this up. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, my friends, game on.